Mirza, I have been in journalism since 1996. I am not a greenhorn, so I'm not trying to say, though I don't have any of your experience, I would never say, sir, I would never compare myself with you, but I would never say that there should be no politics. I'm trying to tell you, sir, that I don't believe in a utopian world where there will be no politics. I am, however, of a very firm view that you cannot have politics over everything. No. My problem is that I feel, Subirda, that we are ruining the chances of India becoming a superpower because we do politics over everything. I mean, Chandrayaan 2. After Chandrayaan 2, Mamata Banerjee, when ISRO was attempting to explore the south polar region of the moon with Chandrayaan 2, she said it was an attempt to divert attention from the economic disaster. May I remind you, sir, that America carried out its first greatest space achievements at a time when there was a public debate about the use of national resources by NASA. But there was a conviction in America that they would go into the space race. We do politics over everything. The Prime Minister, 2 weeks back, he put a very unifying speech at the Aligarh Muslim University. He said politics can wait, but society cannot wait for development. What did Asaduddin Owaisi say after that? He said the Prime Minister failed to acknowledge Aligarh Muslim University as a minority institution under Article 30 of the Constitution. My problem is not with politics, MR. My problem and our problem should be over politics over everything.
Correct.
We can't have politics over everything. MR.
Exactly, Arnab. Yeah, Arnab.
No, I am only advocating you should have quality politics and not despicable politics. That's why.
Okay, Arnab, let me wish you, your viewers, and my fellow panelists a happy new 2021. Now coming to the subject. Arnab, if you will recall, it was late night one day when the GST was being introduced. I was on your panel. And I did point out that I can understand a party like PMK or DMK not participating in the parliament when the GST was brought in. I was in fact astounded by the fact that the Congress party did not participate in that particular program. The reason for it is politics over everything. That the Congress, which was the architect of GST, which brought in when I entered BCom in 1986 as ModVat, refused to participate. And there are certain issues like Chandrayaan, there are certain issues like army victory, there are certain issues like GST. When the nation is to be represented, and the nation includes the opposition must play its part. But the problem with the opposition is, the issue is that it does politics over everything. It is not that politics should not be there on anything. Politics should be there. You have to give an alternative. You are supposed to give us a variety of alternatives. And that is what opposition is supposed to do. And this has to be expressed in 3 forms: Chal, Charitra, Chintan. Person, program, and plan. And what do you have? When you come with Rahul Gandhi to talk about an alternative, the whole thing fizzles out. When P. Chidambaram comes and talks to you about corruption, you don't criticize this government. When you have Sitaram Yechuri talking about development, you can't talk about an alternative. When you have Stalin coming and talking about unity and integrity of this country, you fizzle out. You have Mr. Lalu talking about probity in public life, it becomes a laughable matter. When you have Shiv Sena talking about rule of law, it becomes hilarious. When you have somebody like Sharad Pawar talking about honesty, it tickles your ribs. Now, the long and short of it is that the alternative, where is the alternative? You come and criticize Modi. No, 30 seconds, sir. Manish, 30 seconds. Manish, 30 seconds, that it is your visceral hatred for Modi that is translating into this type of politics over alternatives, lack of alternatives, and it has been left to Anand Ranganathan or a Sushant Sareen or an M.R. Venkatesh to criticize this BJP for alternatives. The alternative mainstream political parties per se have never come about with an alternative, and the alternative that they have projected is only nothing but hardcore hatred for Mr. Modi. This is why I think the people of India are repeatedly rejecting the opposition.